Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Alistair and this is Plant-Based Logic. I don't know how this video is going to go. I just had this idea and I'm like, screw it, let's just do it. So I am going to go through my 10 years of being vegan, compare my pictures from 2010, 2011, compare them to how I look today, and let's see how my vegan deterioration goes. Unlike some YouTube channels that tend to cherry pick and filter and pick out all the good and bad sort of pictures, I'm just going to go forward and just grab a bunch. No filters, just taken from random times. I don't take many pictures of myself. That's why YouTube's really hard for me, because I don't tend to like looking at pictures of myself just generally. So this is going to be cringe for me. So yeah, let's see what it's like anyway. So what I thought we'd do is we'd start at 2009. So that was the year and a bit before I started veganism, so we can kind of compare what I looked like before going vegan. So we've got a bit of a baseline. So in 2009, yeah, there's some interesting photos here. Typical surfy Aussie, I was rocking the blonde hair. So there's me and mum in 2009. That's an interesting photo. What else have we got here? There's me. As you can see, I've always been a real skinny sort of guy. So that's me on my lying on my surfboard. Very skinny. I've always been a lanky, tall. I'm 6'4". I actually have put on more muscle mass and more size since going vegan. So again, there's me surfing. You can see my ribs are out. I'm always a skinny. I've always been a sort of a skinny dude. That's me and my mate Mike back in 2009. Okay, here is me in 2010. So this is pre-vegan days. As you can see, kind of a bloated face. I kind of had a bit of a bloated face. I was always quite skinny, but had the kind of fat face, very young looking. So here is 2010. So this is the year that I did go vegan, but this is before. So this is at the start of the year. So there's me, nice tan, before going to England and losing it. Me in England, some Australian friends that I met. There's me, baby face, looking all young and innocent before my vegan deterioration kicked in. Oh my gosh. And then, mum's come to England, and this is my first month of my plant-based journey. So I say vegan for 10 years, but essentially it's been on a plant-based diet, eating nothing but plants for 10 years. This is before I made the ethical connection. I made the ethical connection a little bit later, but just for the sake of the video, let's just say plant-based for 10 years. So this is when my vegan deterioration started. So there we go, 2010. There's mum and I in England having a happy old time. So that was the end of 2010. Now we move into 2011. So mum and I just traveling across England. There's me looking, don't know what the hell's going on with my face there. There's me, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, young Ali, didn't know what the world had ahead of him yet. Come back to the real world, coming back to Australia. And there's me sipping a Stella, having a good old time in the beautiful British pubs. I miss England. I really did enjoy my time there. So now we move on to 2012. We'll be able to see if the plant-based proteins are starting to destroy my body. And I think Miley Cyrus only made 3 years before her brain stopped working. So I'm almost there. So let's find out what happens. Oh my gosh, there's me with fluffy hair. That's hilarious. Taking a photo. I think that was just before I took a corporate job. I'll have to tell you about my job as a pharmaceutical salesman in another video, but I was a pharmaceutical salesman for many years. Anyway, here's me at a music festival. Packing on a couple of kgs here, I might add. I was definitely living that corporate lifestyle, eating lots of bad food and working all the time. It was really hard. There's my mate Dom. We're at a music festival. Lots of fun. Yeah, there's the crew at the music festival. Not a very good photo of me. As I said at the start, I don't like taking lots of pictures. You're gonna see a lot of these pictures are from me with my friends out drinking most of the time, because I'm not one for taking selfies. So bear with me on that. But yeah, so that's at the music festival. Same sort of things. I've always had these sort of sunken in eyes, if you can see. I've always sort of had that. Yet as I've gotten older, they seem to have gone. I don't seem to have them as much. They're definitely not as, let me look in the viewfinder. They're definitely not as noticeable. I've just noticed since going back through these videos of how sunken in my eyes have been all the way through my life. Let's moving into 2013 now. So again, living that corporate life. There's me getting ready for a formal night with an iPhone. I haven't had an iPhone in years, man. This is far out. Jeez, that's going back a long time. I was rocking those, rocking the Panda Bear earmuffs. Hair looks pretty similar. My face, if anything, I look like I've got a bit more meat on my face back then. I think I was rocking a little bit more weight. I mean, gosh, I think I look the same. I don't think I've changed much. What else we got here? There we go. This is when I was on a cruise ship. Besides having a lot of sun, that's me. What do you think? Do you think I'm looking a little bit fat in those photos? I think I was. At one stage, I was tipping the scales at over 100 and something odd kilos, like 105, 106 kilos. So that's well over 220 pounds. I don't know what that conversion is for anybody who wants to do that conversion. So that was 2013. Now we move into 2014. So just to give you a bit of an idea, I was super stressed in 2013. I was high-powered, high-stress job working in corporate world, and that's when I wanted to get out. So I actually moved to an island, a small island, which I still live in, on Russell Island in beautiful southeast Queensland. I got out of Sydney, it was high stress, and I started just living the more chilled lifestyle. Went back to school teaching, just chilled out, having a great existence. Sort of that end of 2013, end of 2014 is when I started Plant-Based Logic on Instagram as well. So anyway, 2014 comes around. So there's Mum and I in 2014, definitely rocking the longer hair look there, being a lot more relaxed. The stress levels were so much better, I can tell you. Out with my friend, Beanie Pals. So as you can see, I just found that my eyes stopped sinking in. Like since going vegan, like people say that you get those dark eyes and your eyes sink in. I actually found that it was the opposite for me. I'll come right up close. If you can see, got a few bags, but nothing too bad. Me growing a monster beard. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, look at this guy. You mean if you were to take that picture and you would say, oh, look how much older I look. It's crazy what a vegan diet can do to you. It's awful. And then I ended up going and shaving off the beard. And there we go. I've dropped back to a 23-year-old kid again. 21-year-old. I look super young there. But anyway, so it's just funny how much a beard makes you look older. Move into 2015. I didn't take many photos. I tried to find, I went onto Boomer Book, Facebook, and I tried to find some photos. Honestly, 2015 was one of those years I didn't take a lot. There's me with a rescue dog on the island. As you can see, I've slimmed down a lot. I started working out. I started going running a lot more. Muscle mass was coming in a little bit more. Definitely lost it in the face, which is good. I was feeling a lot better too. Oh my gosh, my health, just mentally and physically, so much better after quitting my stupid job and moving to an island and just teaching a couple of days a week. It's amazing what that does. There's me up close. Yep, hair's about the same. My eyes starting to get the things coming in. I'm getting older. Maybe this is where my deterioration's starting to take over. 2016, I got a few more photos. I got my mates, took them to Vegurama, and that was fun. So there's me again. I don't know, I don't see any vegan deterioration there. I don't know, looks about the same to me. Anyway, so here's me. I went to a music festival with my mates. There I am there. Obviously got a bit more of a tan, which is nice. It's a fun time. I think got another one there. There's me rocking the tan. I can't wait to get the tan. We've just come out of winter and I'm so excited to get back in the sun and go back surfing again. But there's me at the music festival. So we move on to 2017. It's a couple of years ago now. So my birthday's on the 25th of December. So this was the 1st of January. So this is right at 2017. So there's Mum and I and somebody riding a fake horse. I don't know, is riding a fake horse vegan? I mean, if eating fake meat's vegan, I'm sure we can ride a fake horse, right? No, so this is a great place in Bali. I was at Bali. So again, there's me in Bali. My hair, got the same hairdo as I do now. I think I was a lot fitter. I was definitely working out a lot more. As you can see, skinny, but I had a little bit more muscle on me. Obviously got the tan happening. Went on a cruise ship, one of my best mates. Now he's not vegan. He's my best mate. I love him to bits. So there's us together. Happy smiles, love the guy. Hopefully do some videos with him coming up soon. He's even talked about maybe doing a 21-day vegan challenge, so this should be interesting. So here's us together again, having a good old time. I was rocking a bit more muscle mass back then. I got to get back in the gym, but I'm still tall. I'm 6'4", I'm just a tall, sort of lanky dude. So this is now 2018, so I'm going to talk about this in another video. If you want these videos, let me know. So in 2018, I went and worked on a cruise ship, which was one of the hardest 6 months of my life for eating, because it was very much not vegan friendly at all. But I was able to become the food rep, and I was able to weasel in and get a vegetarian with a lot of vegan options corner for the staff, because there was a lot of us vegans and vegetarians on board that just couldn't get any food. I was living on bread and margarine. It was just awful. But you know, us vegans, we're able to find ways around that. So anyway, this was in 2018. I was working with the kids because I'm a school teacher. A little bit of that sunken in eyes, but I've always sort of had that. tanned. I was nice and tanned back then before winter strikes. There's a heavy flash went on again, so there are those sort of sunken in eyes I'm talking about. As I said, I've had them forever. I feel like people point that out and they use that as a way of sort of like picking on me as a vegan, saying, oh, you've got these sunken in eyes. I'm like, I've always had them. This is something I've had. That's just my face. But I'm starting to look a bit older now. I've noticed as I've gotten older, like my jawline and stuff, like my bone structure has sort of, come through. Whereas before I was kind of like a puffy face. Some of those early photos, you see me as really puffy and like, I don't know, like I would say it's definitely a swollen look. Whereas now I definitely feel like I'm a lot sharper. I'm definitely a lot sharper now on the face. Friend made this, which is so much better because I can just look at these photos from that year. It's 2017. So again, there's that photo we saw before. There's me, tall guy, quite slim. Me up there. Again, muscle mass. I didn't really lose any weight. If anything, I put on muscle since going vegan. As you saw from that, before I was vegan, I was very, very skinny. No muscle at all. And I've been trying to build up that muscle over the years. It's hard. It's hard when you're a tall, lanky guy, okay? It's difficult. Okay, so we move on to 2019. So this is just last year. So this was winter last year when I got back from the cruise ship. As you can see, tan sort of starting to go. Hair's normal. I was working out pretty much every day. As you can see, got the couple of little lines coming through here. I mean, I'm 32 in this photo. I mean, I'm not a young guy. Yeah, make your own opinion there. I don't think I look that much different. I was working for a radio station for a little bit, so they had some promo shots done. There's me looking pro camera. As you can see, I'm a freckly dude. I've got some red in my hair. I'll tell you about my time as a redhead kid, maybe in a different video, but yeah, that's me. So this is me when I was working for the radio station. I got to interview a famous NRL player, Matt Rogers. That was really cool. So that was great. Again, let's see if I can zoom in. There are those lines I was saying about under my eyes. It's always been there, my hair. And this is just last year. And now we have 2020, which is me now. Here's a photo of me with my mate. So there's me now. Hair's pretty normal. I've got these lines coming in. I mean, I'm 33. Turning 34 in a couple of months, if you can believe it. Oh my God, I'm getting old. And this is me now. This was taken just a couple of months ago. So what I want to do is I want to take this picture and let's compare it to... All right, so let's compare it now. So this is 2010. This is just before going plant-based. So let's look at 2010 just before going plant-based. Okay, so first thing I notice is cameras have evolved a lot in 10 years. Obviously, the red eye cameras have improved a lot since 2010, I can tell you that. But as the first thing I notice is I was a lot more fat in the face. I probably weighed less in that photo than I do today. I'm actually a lot sort of bigger. I think that happens as you get older anyway, but I definitely feel like I was inflamed, and I used to have problems with my knees, have problems in my back. I had a lot of inflammation back then. The hair, I used to just grab my hair when I was younger because I've always had this M hairline. I've always had it. And what I used to do when I was younger, I'd have my hair fully grown, and I would literally just do this sort of stuff to block it. If anybody says, oh, you've lost hair, no, it's just I was very clever at using products to cover up my M-shaped hairline, scrunch it all up. Now I just don't give a shit. I just wear it as I wear it. It is what it is. Obviously red eye, as changing cameras, nose, mouth. I mean, I look like I'm 10 years older. Just a normal looking guy living a normal life. This is just an average dude who's aged 10 years, I think. I don't see much difference between those two photos. I think I'm aging gracefully as I go into my 34th year. And into my 11th year as a plant-based eater. The difference between these two photos is one is living predominantly on steak for breakfast, eating chicken breast and all sorts of meats in 2009, and then comparing it to now where my diet consists of nothing animal-based, like just lentils, beans, tofu, lots of soy. Rice, and in the occasional little vegan snack as well. But anyway, I don't know what this proves. I just think that these vegan deterioration videos that I see going around are just complete and utter bollocks. I think that they're just so silly. I think that they like to take people who might have had an eating disorder or eating poorly, and they like to just conflate it to veganism. And I just think that's so bad. No way would it be fair to do this for anybody. You can't just pick somebody off the street and say, oh, look at your deterioration, or look what you used to look like. But because we're vegan, it seems to be it's open game. You can just do it because they're vegan. But what I do want people to do is, and I encourage everybody to do your own vegan deterioration videos. So if you've been vegan 5 years, 6 years, 26 years, whatever, I want you to go through the years, because I want to put some more evidence out there to show that no, vegans don't deteriorate. People who have poor diets could deteriorate, especially people who are eating nothing but meat. I'd like to see them in 10 years. Doing something like this adds another point of view into the mix. Your health is your choice, and you choose to look after your health correctly, then you're not gonna have any issues. I literally just got all my bloods back after 10 and a half years of being plant-based, and guess what? My B12, iron, my protein, everything is fine. And in fact, my health is better now than it was in 2009 even. I feel like I'm the healthiest I've ever been. Take it for what it's worth. I just wanted to do this video. It was just an idea. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Why not subscribe to the channel? Definitely comment down below what you think. Do you think I have deteriorated? Have you seen something that maybe I didn't see? This was a fun video. My name's Alistair. This is Plant-Based Logic, and until next time, bye for now.